Hello friends, welcome back to Big Dub's Big Collection, and for part 8 today, we're going to look at my various import figures. We've got Mezco, Figuarts, Mafex, Beast Kingdom, Figma, Nendoroid, and some various other ones here and there. I have these on a shelf that I'm using Hue lights on, so I've got each shelf as a different color right now. I'll change it to just regular white lighting as I go shelf by shelf, but I wanted to show you what it looks like, and then at the end I'll show you some of the other tricks you can do with this lighting. So there are 4 shelves we're going to look at today for my import figures. This is another centerpiece of my collection, and I hope that you will enjoy looking at them, so let's check them out. Okay, so we're going to start on the bottom shelf, which is kind of miscellaneous. Over here, there's some open space, but you see I've got some Nendoroid figures. I've got the Trinity there, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Then I have a few Link Nendoroid figures, including that Breath of the Wild Deluxe with the horse. I really like that. A Mega Man X Nendoroid. That's a Zero, I think that's a Sentinel, or maybe a Tamashii NX Edge figure. And then in the back, that Starman, the blue one, that's a Sentinel figure. A couple of Figuarts blanks. Use those for different pictures. You can see the gray one is having a popsicle. They come with a lot of cool accessories just to help make your pictures better. I think this thing was called the Demi-Human. It is incredibly articulated, this thing with the open mouth. Look at the detail there in the mouth. Another good one for pictures. A couple Sailor Moon SH Figuarts. Never seen an episode of Sailor Moon, but I think I got them for like $10 or $15 each during the Toys R Us clearance, and they give variety to the shelf, so I like that. This guy, I think his name is Garo from an anime, the gold tiger-looking guy. I found him on a hunt in Myrtle Beach, and I just love the way he looked. He's got a nice cape, sword, so I grabbed him. And then everything else on the shelf was kind of in the fighting world. I've got the 5 SH Figuarts WWE figures, Kane, Undertaker, Triple H, The Rock, and Stone Cold. That Stone Cold is excellent with the beer bash. Then I have the bloody versions of the Storm figures that have been released so far. So, Storm Mortal Kombat figures. Sub-Zero, Reptile, that's a Tamashii kind of ground effect underneath. I've got Scorpion there. He's got like that Dragon Ball Z kind of flame effect behind him from Tamashii. That is the Noob. I have him with the fire breathing. And then in the back there is Shao Kahn with the throne, which is a very cool figure. Although the rubber, or kind of, whatever the material it's made of, that hammer is starting to bend, which is a little disappointing. I have the Ermac on pre-order from SDCC 2018, and I will probably continue to get these. I like the way they display. I have heard that Storm might be releasing Street Fighter 2, which I would be interested in, especially they have like Sagat and Vega and some of those. So then here we have the SH Figuarts Street Fighter characters that have been released. I know Ken is out, but I don't have him yet. I have him on pre-order. He just hasn't arrived. So you see the different ones. I like the Storm ones, but I like the scale of these Figuarts much more. Those Storm ones are just huge. That the Chun-Li kick effect is a pain in the butt to get to stay in, so right now I don't have her feet in it. But I like the way that these Figuarts all come with some type of effect with them. That makes them very cool. So that's my bottom shelf. SH Figuarts Street Fighter, Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat, SHF Wrestling, SHF Sailor Moon, Nendoroid, some SHF blanks, and then some random Mega Man stuff, and that Demi-Human. So that's the bottom shelf of my import collection. Alright, so moving to my next shelf, where you'll get into a lot more comic book heavy items. We'll start in the back. These are the Beast Kingdom Dynamic Action Heroes. They're very new releases. See, I got Armored Batman, BVS Superman, Wonder Woman from BVS, and the Battle Damaged Armored Batman. They're big. I think they're like 8 inches tall. And they've got some die-cast accessories. There's a lot of good things about them, and there's some unusual things about them. I, for instance, don't like the cape. They're rigid. You know, not very bendable rubber. But the face sculpts look pretty good on them. So, you know, they're interesting to add. I'm going to get the full set. The Steppenwolf especially intrigues me. Then in front of them are the 3 egg attacks I have here. Doctor Strange, Civil War Cap, and the Homecoming Spidey. Those are all also from Beast Kingdom. The egg attacks are fun, especially for different kind of pictures. They have some cool accessories. I have an Iron Man, I have a Gladiator, Thor, and Hulk on the way. Then in front of those egg attacks, we get into the Figma section. So I've got Genji and Tracer from Overwatch there. That Genji is a really, really fun figure. Then I've got both the Zero Suit Samus and Samus in her full armor from Metroid. I really like Figma figures. They're incredibly articulated. So I really enjoy those. That Zero Suit Samus figure is fun. This is an SHF Digimon figure. Again, got it Toys R Us on, for $10 or something while they were closing, so I picked it up to add it to the shelf. This guy, another figure I got just for pictures. He's from an anime, I don't remember what it is, but he has sushi rice. He can put his hand in his pocket and like smoke a cigarette. It's just like a bystander that's kind of funny for your pictures. And then this is the Figma Avengers Captain America, which is a great figure, a lot of fun. I do have the Figma Iron Man Mark 7, Figma Thor, Figma Hulk, but they all live in their specified homes. So Cap's over here by himself. So those are the Figma figures in the Beast Kingdom. As we move to the right, you're going to see my Mafex stuff start to show up. So in the back, Mafex Wonder Woman. You got Mafex Armored Batman, Superman, got the Nightmare Batman. I think all of those are from BVS, as is this Batman right here in the front. If you know that BVS Mafex line, you can get alternate parts. So like that scuba helmet I think came with the dress Harley. I've got the battle damaged on the Armored Batman that came with Nightmare maybe. They give you different accessories for different figures, which is fun. Anyway, I've got the suit Joker and the dress Harley. Those are Mafex. Move forward more. Suicide Squad Joker and Harley. Those are both actually very good. I kind of like the purple coat Joker figures that I have. This is, we talked about Batman. That is Catwoman from Dark Knight. The first release of her. I know they're coming out again. And then to wrap up my Mafex stuff, I've got the bank robber Joker. I know he's not on his Mafex stand. I'm using that stand with the Superman you'll see in a minute. And then this Bane, which is an excellent, excellent figure. It is a lot of fun. I highly recommend that figure. Now we'll move into the SH Figuarts. I got a number of these on pre-order right now, actually, the Infinity War stuff, but I do have a few here to look at. Ultron from Avengers Age of Ultron and Civil War Black Panther. Both of those I think were Tamashii Web exclusives, hard to come by, so I'm glad to have those. This is my favorite SH Figuarts right now, the Infinity War Iron Spider. He comes with that base. I've put a bunch of pictures of him on my Instagram, BigDub60, if you want to check it out. I love it. Then I got Doctor Strange with his flame effects from the movie. I got that at Barnes & Noble. Actually, no, that was a present from a friend for Christmas. The Star-Lord, I got at Barnes & Noble when they had all those on sale. It came with these blast effects. It's just a Tamashii axe stand to help with that. Then I have both of the Homecoming Spider-Man. I got the tech suit and the homemade. They come with these, the wall. See if I can show you a better look at that wall. Which is a great set, actually. And you can combine them and make a bigger wall. You can get more than one. And would really help with some pictures. So that's a cool set to have. Then over here, you get into my DC SH Figuarts. Again, Harley, Joker from Suicide Squad and Deadshot. I like that hand Joker has, the tattoo on it. And you got some Justice League, Wonder Woman, and Batman back there. And if you go further back, there's a Dark Knight Batman. Sorry for the blast effect blocking it. And then in the back, that is the first Injustice game figure. So I've got Superman up there flying on a stand. And then I've got the Harley, Joker, and Batman. Those are all from the Injustice video game and comic series. Very cool figures. And you can find them pretty cheap, actually, and they're well worth it. So that is my shelf of Sh Figuarts, Mafex, Beast Kingdom, Egg Attack, and Figma, primarily. Mostly comic book figures. Alright, moving to the next shelf, we're going to see my entire Mezco collection. These do have some order to them, I've arranged them, but I have so many and I run out of space that they're not great. So we start over here and we got the 3 Captain Americas, the Steve Rogers, the classic cap, and the modern cap. Really like those. I actually don't sleep on that Steve Rogers figure. You can get it cheap and it's good. Then I got 3 Spider-Men, the Black Suit Spidey, the Amazing Spidey, and the Miles. Hopefully the Homecoming Spider-Man is coming soon. And Miles is not a very good figure. Then the Daredevil set. Yellow Suit Daredevil, Red Suit Daredevil, and the Black Suit Daredevil, what they say is Shadowlands, and I'm not sure that it really looks like Shadowlands. Then, like everybody else, we've got the Deadpool Bonanza. So, we've got the Deadpool that came with Headpool, which was a con exclusive last year, and is exactly the same as that regular Deadpool, just doesn't have Headpool. I am using one of the octopus wire cape things from a Batman to hold that Headpool, because there's really no way to use it. Then the back there, you see the X-Force Deadpool with the half unmasked head. I wish we had a fully unmasked head. Then X-Men suit Deadpool, which was a Comic-Con exclusive. Regular Red Skull, the 2017 NYCC green Red Skull is one of the few Mezco figures I don't have, so if anybody has that for a reasonable price, let me know. Then we get into the Wolverine buffet with Old Man Logan, which is a good figure, but seems to be relatively available cheap. Got the Mezco exclusive Tiger Stripe Wolverine, or NYCC maybe. X-Force Wolverine, and the brown suit Wolverine. My Wolverines are just in various gravity chambers, doing odd things. Moving on to Punisher. We got the regular release Punisher. Like very much. Recently picked up the PX Punisher here, who is, I know a lot of people's Mezco Grail. That's an empty space for the classic Punisher. Again, if anybody has that for sale, that's one of the other few that I don't have that I would love to have. I do have the Batman Beyond and the Tactical Punisher, or whatever they're calling him, from SDCC this year on pre-order. Then we got the Star Trek figures. You see that I've got what looks like 2 exactly the same Spock. That's because one is actually a Toy Fair release, and then the regular release, and Kirk and Sulu and the various other versions of Spock. And then I have the PX exclusive Judge Dredd on the Lawmaster. That Lawmaster is great. It has lights, different light up features that are a lot of fun to play with. So if you have a chance to get it, you should pick it up. Big Bad Toy Store has it right now. I'll just scroll through one more time. There is a Toy Fair Punisher, the impossible to get all black one, that I don't have also from the Marvel set of items. And I think, at least for this shelf, that covers the Mezco figures I do not have. There is at least one other Lawmaster with Judge Dredd, and maybe even a third Lawmaster. I can't remember that. But pretty solid collection of Mezco figures on this shelf. Let's move to the final shelf. Alright, so the final shelf we'll look at today is my top shelf of Mezco figures. We'll start in the back there. You've got regular Space Ghost and the glow-in-the-dark Space Ghost. You've got the first release Joker. The Mezco exclusive Joker with the long coat is one I do not have. If you have that and would like to help Big Dub out, let me know in the comments. The black and white Judge Dredd there is the Toy Fair Judge Dredd. That is an awesome figure. I don't know, a lot of people haven't opened it because Toy Fairs are so hard to come by, but it's great. Then I've got the other two Judge Dredd releases. Come to the front. This is that Dark Knight and Mutant Leader 2-pack set with the base. That base is incredibly heavy, and I think it's made of iron. I mean, it is so heavy. It's a nice set. Got the Harley. I think that's our only female Mezco so far, and it was a really good figure. Hopefully we get a lot more of those female figures. The armored Batman. The regular Batman vs. Superman Batman. And the Nightmare Batman. Then we get into the different Dark Knight figures I have. I do not have the Toy Fair Dark Knight. If you want to help me out, that'd be great. I do not have the Puerto Rico Comic-Con Dark Knight. Would love to have those. Then we get into these, all the variants of, I think this was the Ascending Knight Batman. So the PX, the regular, and then the Mezco exclusive. Again, the Toy Fair all black. I don't have that one. And I think I've now listed every figure I don't have. There is a Frankenstein with a doorway. If that's a different figure, it may just be the doorway I need. But, I mean, Mezco is not sparing us with the Batmans. 6, 9, I got 10 Batman on my shelf. I could do without another for a while. But we already know there's more coming. Then we've got the Stealth Deathstroke, which is just a phenomenal figure. And the regular Deathstroke also. These Deathstroke figures were super cool. The Mutant Leader back there. BVS Superman. The classic Superman. And one of my favorites, the Red Sun Superman. Really enjoyed that figure. Then we got the two Frankenstein figures, the PX and the regular release. Arsenal, Green Arrow, Shazam, Black Adam. So you see, I mean, they're fairly organized, but like my Judge Dredd Lawmaster's on the bottom shelf, but the other Judge Dredd are up here. It's just hard when you have this many to keep them organized. I'm going to step back and I'm going to show you what the lights can do when I turn them on, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so I've got my lights in a kind of pulsing party mode. Just moving really fast because it's an easy way to demo what they can do. You can make the timing and the colors, basically anything you want. These are Hue Light Strips, controlled by your smartphone or any of your smart home devices. They're expensive and they require a lot of plugs. So like I don't have them on my Detolfs for that reason. I'd spend a lot of money to do that. But for this shelf, it just makes it super cool. You can make the lights bounce to the music that's playing, like you're in a nightclub. Right now I just have them kind of on an auto fast move. So you can see what it's like. Hopefully that's not distracting you too much. I just wanted to show it off for you. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next collection video coming soon. I hope you enjoyed my import collection. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.